Long before Wonder Woman soared through the skies or deflected bullets with a flick of her wrist, an island cloaked in myth and mystery awaited her arrival. The Masira, a hidden paradise shielded from the outside world, was unlike any place on Earth, and it would become the crucible for one of history's greatest champions. When Diana the woman, who would later be known to all as Wonder Woman, was sculpted from clay by her mother, Queen Hippolyta, and bestowed with life by the gods, she wasn't just given a place among the Amazons. She was granted power, raw, legendary, and unmistakable. Wonder Woman's powers aren't simple. They're a tapestry woven from mythological threads and a century of comic book evolution. But at their core, they come from two sources: her Amazonian training and her divine gifts. So what does this actually mean? First, there's her raw physical ability. Even among the Amazons' warriors, everyone Diana stands apart. She can match or even exceed Superman in feats of strength. That's not hyperbole. She's lifted tanks, hurled trucks, and even hefted gods themselves in battle. She's fast enough to dodge gunfire, and if the story demands it, even outpace the flash of lightning. Her stamina borders on limitless. She can fight for days without tiring, and ordinary attacks rarely slow her down. Agility, she moves with the precision of an Olympic gymnast, but with far greater stakes. Diana leaps impossibly high, sometimes clearing entire city blocks with a single bound. Dexterity, to her training, makes her a master in every form of hand-to-hand combat known to the Amazons, and then some. It's not just a matter of raw talent. She was trained every single day of her life in a society where weakness was unforgivable and excellence demanded. But a warrior's skill set is only as good as her heart. And here Wonder Woman is perhaps unlike any other superhero. Her compassion is a force in itself, one that can pour into her fighting and her diplomacy. She humbles gods, sways armies, and brings peace where violence seems unavoidable. Still, none of this addresses the question everyone really wants to know. What makes her bulletproof? What gives her the super? That comes from the gods. Depending on which comic or film you choose, she's blessed with gifts by a whole pantheon. Immortality from Demeter, wisdom from Athena, speed from Hermes, touch of lightning, sometimes quite literally from Zeus himself. I'll put all of this together and you have someone who's not just strong or fast, but preternaturally gifted at nearly everything. And then, of course, there's the gear. Wonder Woman's arsenal is every bit as iconic as Batman's gadgets or Superman's emblem. Her bracelets, sometimes called the bracelets of submission, are indestructible, forged from the remnants of Zeus's aegis. With a flick, she can deflect bullets, energy blasts, or even nuclear fire. The famous lasso of truth isn't just a glowing rope. It compels honesty, unbreakably ensnares opponents, and sometimes even repels magic. The tiara she wears, not just for show, it functions as a razor-edged throwing weapon in Diana's hands, capable of slicing through steel or finding its mark across a crowded battlefield. Sometimes, she even rides into battle with an invulnerable shield and a sword sharp enough to split atoms or, at least, cut through almost anything earthly or divine. With all these powers, it might seem like Wonder Woman is unstoppable, but that's rarely the case for her. The greatest threats don't come from outside, they come from within. She's often faced with moral dilemmas, balancing love, duty, and peace against the violence she's forced to unleash. At the heart of her character is this paradox: possessing limitless power while striving always to use it for good, not domination. So, how have her abilities changed? Over nearly a century of comics, television, and film, Wonder Woman's power set has shifted. In her earliest days, she couldn't even fly. She had to commandeer the invisible jet. Now, in modern stories, she soars under her own power, no plane needed. She's faced cosmic baddies, magical threats, and the occasional interdimensional invasion. Always, her powers have grown to meet the challenge. But perhaps the greatest of all her gifts isn't her strength or her speed or even her godly arsenal. It's her vision, a relentless belief in the better angels of humanity. That's what keeps her fighting, what gives her purpose even, as bullets bounce off her bracelets or she stands toe-to with the worst the universe can offer. In the end, Wonder Woman's powers are difficult to quantify, purposefully so. She is changeable because the world changes. Her true strength is not just in what she can do with a sword or a fist, but in what she inspires: hope, justice, and the power to always choose what's right, even when it's not easy. That, perhaps, is Wonder Woman's greatest superpower of all.